Hi friends, welcome again. In the previous video, we have discussed about creating ledgers and creating groups, units of measure and the stock item, right? Yes. Next, we are going to the next step, that is recording vouchers. So in this video, we are going to understand the how many number of vouchers are available by default in Tally Prime and how to enable more vouchers in Tally Prime, right? So yes, on the gateway of Tally page, if you want to go to vouchers, we can see by default we can access some vouchers. On the right side button panel, we can observe the first voucher is that contra voucher and payment voucher, receipt, journal, sales and purchase, which is already on live. And next we can see there is a button called as other vouchers like a debit note, a credit note. So these kind of vouchers are available under other vouchers button. So if you open this option, we can see like physical stock and stock journal. So first I'm just going to explain voucher by voucher. Yes, in Tally application we can find out a first voucher, that is F4 is for contra voucher. So what is mean by contra? Contra means a stability on activity. What is that? Stability on activity. For example, there is a company called as ABC Private Limited, have a bank account in SBI, and ABC Private Limited opened a bank account in SBI with a zero balance, for example. And later on, ABC Private Limited have a cash of rupees 1 lakh in the form of cash. Now this ABC company deposited rupees 50,000 in SBI's bank account. So now before deposit, what is the total assets of ABC Private Limited? That means cash 1 lakh. And after deposit, what are the assets are available? Cash 50,000 and balance in bank 50,000. So before deposit is 1 lakh, even after deposit also 1 lakh. So where there is no lose, there is no gain. It's called as stability on activity. We will pass contra voucher. We can justify the definition of stability on activity in three ways. When company deposited company cash in company's bank account, and second, when company withdraws money from company's bank account for company's self usage. Number three, when company have alternate bank accounts, when the company transferring the balances within the company alternate banks. So in these three cases we'll pass contra voucher. We have a payment voucher, right? We have the next voucher is that F5 payment voucher. So what happens in this payment voucher? For example, cash paid to somebody else, cash paid to Mohan, cash paid to Krishna, cash paid for stationery, cash paid for electricity bill, cash paid for so and so some donation. So all kind of payments, whatever you have made in the form of cash or bank, will be recorded in payment voucher. So in the place, if in the place of account, we need to select the form of payment, that how we are going to make the payment. Yes, of course we are going to, for example, we are paying salaries from SBI. So select the SBI. What is the balance available here? 15,000. Out of that, we are going to pay for salaries. Is the salaries ledger is created? This time the salary ledger is not yet created. So I'm going, if you wanted to create a ledger, you can press Alt+C, or else you can click on create. Salaries comes under indirect expenses. We already discussed in the previous video. I already given the total list of chart accounts, that which ledger comes under which group. Please read the whole chart of accounts and by heart them, so that it will become very easy while you are really practicing Tally Prime, right? Salaries comes under indirect expenses. Control your save and assume that we have paid rupees 10,000, then control plus A, save. So initially the company assets are actually 1 lakh, but this time the company assets are only 90,000, because out of 1 lakh of assets we've just paid an expenditure. So if you go to profit and loss account, you can see there is an expenditure of 10,000. So instead of showing 1 lakh asset, it is displaying only 90,000 assets, because 10,000 is being paid for expenditure. That's it. Again, in the place of, once again I repeat, in the payment voucher, in the place of account, we need to select that the form of payment, how we are paying. Is we are paying in the form of bank or in the form of cash. If it is cash, if you are making any expenditure, if you are making any payment towards for anything, then you need to confirm the form of payment first, whether you are making a payment from Andhra Bank or cash or SBI. If it is a cash, then simply select cash, and after that, in the place of particulars, you need to select an account for which the amounts are being paid. That's it, like salaries, rent, vagera, Mohan, Krishna, that kind of details, right? And next we have the next voucher is that a receipt. It is quite opposite to payment voucher. In the receipt voucher, just simply we are going to record all the revenue inwards. In the payment voucher, we are going to record all the revenue outwards. In the receipt voucher, we are going to record all the revenue inwards. Okay, received rent, received commission, received from Mohan, received from Krishna, all kind of receipts will be recorded in the receipt voucher. Again, in the receipt voucher, you need to confirm an account that how you are receiving the revenue, whether are you receiving the form of cash, then select cash. If you are receiving the form of receipt, if the form of receipt is bank, then confirm your bank. Again, in the place of particulars, you need to confirm that on which account you have received. So again, I'm going to create Alt plus C. For example, rent. Now this time rent, we are not paying rent, we are receiving rent. So as you know, debit all expenses and credit all incomes and gain, right? So I'm going to write as, next to rent, I'm going to write as credit. It means CR indicates credit. It means rent, we need to follow a nominal account rule. A personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. In the nominal account, debit all expenses and credit all incomes and gains. So there is a chance of rent debited. It means it is an expenditure to you. If it is rent credited, it means you are receiving a rent. So to understand for us, I'm going to write as a rent credit, so that we can understand, okay, rent is not expenditure, this time rent is an income, so indirect income. Control your save, and assume that we have received rupees at 10,000, right? That's it. Control plus A, save. So now if you go to a balance sheet, again we have same 1 lakh. How come? Very simple. We have received, see, we paid rupees 15,000 towards the salaries. Sorry, we paid rupees 10,000 towards salary. Again we received 10,000 on the account of rent, so the accounts are matched. So again we have assets of 1 lakh. If you go to profit and loss account, there is an income of 10,000. Press Alt F1 for the detailed report. There is an income of rent rupees 10,000. There is an expenditure of salaries 10,000. So there is no impact on your actual assets, because the revenue inward and the revenue outward is same, right? That's it. And next we'll be discussing another voucher, and the voucher is that journal. What is that? Journal, right? A simple example I'm going to share with you to understand the journal, sales and purchase, right? I'll just make you understand these three vouchers at a time. For example, just assume that you are dealing with the computer keyboard business, right? Is it clear? We are dealing with what? We are dealing with the computer keyboards. In keyboard business, if you purchase a keyboard, it will become your product. It will become your item. It will become your inventory. Is it correct? Right. So in a keyboard business, if we purchase a keyboard, if we buy a keyboard, it will become our product. So we need to pass a purchase voucher by declaring product name as computer keyboard, the quantity unread. Is it clear? That's it. In the same keyboard business, if we are selling a keyboard, then record a sales voucher. Then in the place of name of item, again declare the same as computer keyboard, quantity unread, and so on. We can do that same, right? Again, right? So right, again name of the item, quantity unread. Next, but my question is that in computer keyboard business, if I purchase a furniture, it become my asset. So in F9 purchase voucher, we can record purchase of goods. In F8 sales voucher, we can record sale of goods. But if I buy an asset, I need to record under journal. What is that? Journal. If I am buying a furniture, record it on journal, because it is not your good, it is not your service. If it is other than good and service, then you need to record under journal. That's it. And we also use a journal voucher for the adjustments like depreciation, appreciation, interest on capital, interest on drawings, commission. So all kind of adjustments can be recorded under the journal entry, right? Is it clear? So you know journal, sales, and purchase, right? So we'll just go ahead. Next one is that other vouchers. What is that? Other vouchers. So now we will be discussing the other vouchers like a debit note and a credit note, and also about what debit note and credit note, delivery note, receipt note, rejections inward, rejection outward, physical stock. So all these vouchers will be available under the other vouchers option. If you once open here, still we can see only few vouchers here. Additionally, we are observing debit note and credit note, but where is delivery note, where is receipt note? So all other features will be under inactive. So you need to activate. Simply click on show inactive. If you once click on here, we can see all the vouchers are come back. Memorandum voucher, reversing journal, as we observed in the earlier Tally ERP9. And also there is an option, there is a inventory voucher, delivery note, material in, receipt note, rejection, everything is there. For example, if you wanted to open a delivery note, you need to simply double click on it. You need to double click on it in order to activate it. You need to activate the delivery note, yes, then it will be activated. If you once go to other vouchers, now here this delivery note is open. If you once open this, you can observe a delivery note is activated. Again, if you want to activate a receipt note, again go to other vouchers, click on show inactive. Now you can see here, if you go to other voucher, here only delivery note is activated, right? You need to activate it again. Now we are going to activate receipt note. Still receipt note is not available here. So go to show inactive, double click on it, and simply click on receipt note. Yes. So again it will come under, you can see now a receipt note which is added right now. So this is how it works. So these are all the voucher types in Tally Prime application. And whatever vouchers you have recorded, that can be viewed under daybook. If you want to go to daybook will display the total list of vouchers that you have recorded. That's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to understand all the voucher types by taking 2-3 illustrations. Thank you.